What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. This is Living to Learn. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day, out of your busy life to give some attention to my channel, to my video, to my content. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the support. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you've not already. Check out in the description of the video, check out my Instagram handle, my TikTok handle at Live to Learn Coaching. It's the same handle for both platforms. You can follow me there for more content. You can also reach out to me directly there. If you have a question, if you want to offer some constructive criticism, if you want to give me a pat on the back, if you want to give me a shout out, you just want to say hi, that's the place to do so, at Live to Learn Coaching. Also in the description of the video, 3 opportunities to support my channel financially. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, if you think that what I'm doing is good and is helpful, there's 3 opportunities to take the support that you have for my channel to that next level, financial level, which again, I know that's not for everyone, but I just want to say thank you to those of you who have already done so. You've invested your hard-earned money into my content, my channel, and that really says a lot. So thank you so much for that. So let's get into what we're talking about today. We're just going to wrap up the subject we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks about men's emotional health. What has the title been? The Day the Stigma Died. Now, for a lot of men, that stigma, when it comes to emotional health, when it comes to, and I've been more focused on the aspect of opening up emotionally for men and how difficult that is because of some of the stigmas surrounding men and men's emotional health. When it comes to things like crying, when it comes to things that are just natural releases of our emotions, things that we've been given naturally. Whether you believe in a creator, whether you believe we evolved this way over the years, you know that we have things in our arsenal, in our mind, in our body, in our tool bag to use. They're there for a reason, right? We have tear ducts for a reason. We cry for a reason. Those are things that are just part of being human, but for whatever reason, over time, men culturally have had the stigma about not being able to express themselves certain ways because someone decided that's just not what men should do. That's not how they should go about it. And I want to end with 3 things that I think are very important when it comes to men's emotional health. If you're a man struggling with your emotional health, if you're struggling with how to express yourself, if you're struggling with the idea of expressing yourself because for so long you've been told that that was a no-no, that would disqualify you from being a man, from being able to embrace your manhood, which is silly, but it's not funny. It's destructive. It's counterproductive, and it's not something that should exist amongst us as men. Now, maybe you're watching this and you're thinking, listen, I don't want to get in touch with my emotions. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to cry. I don't want to feel. I don't want to deal with that. I can't tell you otherwise, right? We can't make each other do things. So there's just going to be some of us out there that are just going to remain the same because we either don't realize the value of changing or because we just don't want to do it. Again, whatever the reasons are, I'm still not here to judge anyone. I'm still not a judge. I'm still not here to condemn anyone. We all live our life the way we live it. We all make choices that we make. It is what it is. But if you were a man that's thinking like, hey, you know what? This lack of understanding of how to deal with my emotions, this lack of space or opportunity to express my emotions is hurting me, is not good for me, and I want to change that, then I hope that you'll listen. I hope that you'll hear these words. And I hope that they'll fall on your ears and make sense. And I hope that if you're watching this and you know someone who may benefit from hearing this advice, that you would share this video with them. But let's get into it. 3 things. This is just 3 bits of advice I want to give you. If you're a man, you're struggling with your emotional health, you want to get better at it. You want to do away with those stigmas. Men don't cry, boys don't cry. Whatever we were told. Here's what you want to do. Number 1, you want to give yourself permission to feel. The first thing we have to do is give ourselves permission. The first thing we have to do is we have to tell ourselves, it's all right. It is okay for me to express my emotions. It is okay for me to open up. It is okay for me to to get emotional. It's okay. It's totally fine. That's the only way you begin to chip away at disconnecting or severing the ties of this idea with anything negative. Okay? So give yourself permission to feel. We need to give ourselves permission to feel. The second thing we need to do is we need to get in touch. Right? Give ourselves permission to feel, and then we need to get in touch. Introspection is underrated. It really is. And not just for men, although right now we're specifically talking about men. I mean for everyone, for human beings throughout, however you identify. Introspection is underrated. Think of it like you're solving a mystery about your emotions, right? That's what we're doing. We're solving a mystery. What do you do to solve a mystery? Well, you got to look for clues. You've got to ask questions. There's a lot that goes into it. I mean, we've got to frame it how we need to, because it's not something that's easy. It's not something that comes easy. But we must get in touch. We must get to know what are these emotions? What is going on here? What do I need to know more about them? And you'll notice that the more you look within, the more you pursue a greater introspection of yourself and your emotions, the more things start to make sense. Okay, so number one, we need to give ourselves permission to feel. Number two, we need to get in touch. We need to solve the mystery of our emotions. Number three, and I'll end with this, we need to go. Go at the pace which suits us. Remember this, to arrive at our destination, we must continue to move forward. Nothing in that statement has anything to do with speed. Nothing in that statement has anything to do with pace. It has to do with direction. And I've said this in other videos, and I think that this is something that needs to be hammered home. It needs to be really, we need to be reminded of this often because of the world that we live in. We are not very patient. We want things right away. We get same-day delivery. You see where I'm going with this? This is the world that we live in. This is not a waiting world. This is not a give it time world that we that we reside in. However, some things just take time. So let's go at the pace that suits us. So let me go through it again. Number one, we need to give ourselves permission to feel. Number two, we need to get in touch. Introspection is underrated. Number three, we need to go at the pace which suits us. This is our life. These are our emotions. This is our emotional well-being, our health that we're dealing with. People might have some great advice. People might have a great input. They might have some ideas. They might have some suggestions. And we appreciate it. We say thank you. But this is going according to us. This is what we need to do. And I can't tell you how many things I've messed up in my life. How many things, how many opportunities that I've ruined because I was in a hurry. I want you to think about that. Because we haven't learned how to be patient. We haven't learned how to understand that certain things are just going to take time. And this is one of them. And it is an important thing to spend time with. Because we deserve to be emotionally healthy. I don't care if we're men. I don't care what the stigma is. I don't listen to that. I don't take my cue from that. And I had the great fortune, I had the great, luck to have that modeled to me by other men in my life. Not a lot of men can say that. Perhaps this is the first time you ever heard a man even talking about these things. Well, let it be known that we don't all think the same. And I think that this is something that's going to help us as men. It's not going to hurt us. It doesn't make us less of a man. I don't feel any less of a man. I just feel better as a person when I'm able to express my emotions in a healthy manner. So men, or anyone else watching, I hope this has been helpful. Again, I appreciate the view. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.